Bullett Movements, Wolverhampton. What happened, man? We need to have the conversation. What's good, everybody? You know what it is? Selector Hype live and direct. You know what it is? Like, comment, share, subscribe. Like, comment, share, subscribe. Like, comment, share, subscribe. I want you to do all four. I'm not even going to beg you anymore now to do one of the four. Do all four from now. Do that because you know why? Helps with the algorithm. And before I continue, can we put some respect on the vintage t-shirt? If you know, you know. If you don't know, you don't know. Now, before we get into the video, there's a few things I need to say. First of all, TV sound system has been going on for nearly 13 years, okay? We need to make that understand. I've been doing this for nearly 13 years. Prior to that, man was killing certain sound man in an era that I was in. The era that I was in, nobody could chat to me. So we have receipts. So I want everybody to understand that first. The second thing is we're not doing no more interviews. As from today, the chances of me wanting to interview and sit down and talk to sound man and well, how's your history and where you come from, that's gone out the window. Because like I said, if I'm nearly here 12, 13, 14 years in this thing, that means I've asked every sound man and promoter and I've asked them. So if I ask you once every year, I've asked you 13, 14 times and you still don't want to come. All right, cool. The next thing is don't do this. And this is the thing where I know why I know how things are going to move mad forward. Put some respect on my name. Like, comment, share, subscribe. Because when you want your video and act like you're not watching, all of a sudden now my phone's going off. Yo, you not talk about this, you not talk about that. Help me out. Like, comment, share, subscribe. Yo, the first thing and the last thing I'm going to tell you people them right now. For the past 12 years, TV sound system. I govern this, you know. Nobody tells me when to put a video out. Nobody tells me when I need to react to something. Because clearly you're watching behind the scenes, but you're not going to show no respect. Brethren, I'll put out a video as and when I feel like putting out a video. All that being said, let's go straight to what everybody really wants to talk about. Bullett Movements over there in Bermuda, Island Massacre. Did Bullett bring bullets to Bermuda? The answer is no, he didn't. Bullett did not bring bullets to Bermuda. You could say he was firing blanks. Is that a way for that?
No! God, please, no! No!
No, I'm going to be super serious on this thing, you know. All jokes aside in that, I just really want to focus on the Bullett Movement's performance at Island Massacre. Big shout out reaching out to all the other sounds them, but everybody should know, I told you I've been here for 12 years. I represent UK. So all the other sounds them, big and serious, maximum respect. I know you love sound system culture, you're buying dubs and all that. But I care zero about what you're doing. I focus on what UK sound systems are doing. And Bullett Movements, Wolverhampton, is as close as it can get to seeing something or somebody or a team or a sound or a brand on a level like this. And when I say like this, I mean from Wolverhampton. Who is doing what Bullett Movements is doing from Wolverhampton? I'm going to get back to the dance, you know. Trust me, like, comment, share, subscribe. Like, comment, share, subscribe. This may be a long one. Is that another why?
Stop it. Get some help.
Again, I'm super trying to be serious, you know. And I'm trying to be honest as well, because this is where we're going to go with the thing. Bullett's performance was, I don't want to use negative words. I would just say it was not good enough at all. If you come from a sound system era when you got a bag of dub plate where they used to say, yo, what you see right now, me tune confused. And that night you could see Bullett was tune confused. He built up an absolutely crazy vibe. Yo, we're going Bermuda, so and so. Like, it's crazy. I followed what was going on. But you can clearly see, I'm going to go straight to the dance now. You can clearly see that his plan went out the window from the get-go. Remember, like, comment, share, subscribe. Like, comment, share, subscribe. Like, comment, share, subscribe. Because the videos that are going to come, you know. Told you, you know, we're about this. So back to the dance. Ski. Rob Ski. Big up yourself every single time. But what the hell was you do? What was your point? And it's mad upsetting. So I'm going to have a conversation. Ski. Rob Ski is Bullett's brother. They've grown into them two are like Batman and Robin. It's crazy. But when you actually see what was going on stage, Ski maybe seemed like he knew what the plan was, but Bullett just took it upon himself to go and do something else that Rob didn't know about. Now remember, this is my own opinion of visually seeing what's going on. And I'm going to go back to the same scenario. What Bullett had planned went out the window and Rob didn't know. It's facts. You can actually see it. And this is again, I'm going to pipe back in again, you see what I'm doing right now? Wait till I can start to do reaction videos so you can actually see and pinpoint certain things. Shout out, reaching out to open. Everybody needs to be, I'm doing a bouncer right now, Make sure your internet ready, because I will start to do videos where I can literally show you where people are going wrong. There was a moment, and I can do these reactions, There was a moment where I was trying to figure out what Rob was doing. And Rob had the headphones on, like he was ready to cue up songs. And Bullett literally dragged the headphones off him like, that there, I was like, what's going on? And the minute I seen that, I knew Bullett was tune confused. I know that the fact that he's in Bermuda, playing sound, he's got mad dub plates, but he just didn't know what direction to go where it was. It was so disappointing because I know how much songs he has, but I'm going to try and keep this as quick as I possibly can, and I'm never going to disrespect Bullett Movements. I just think that was such a poor performance of you clearly not understanding what it's like as a selector, MC, going on the big stage and representing. And as a sound like Bullett Movements, who hasn't really clashed over here in the UK, when you have such a crazy catalogue, and everybody knows, let's not get it twisted, they all know, a lot of people that don't want to play with Bullett Movement, they was waiting for this opportunity to say, what, man's going Bermuda. Man went and flew out to take that catalogue with him, and the performance was, it wasn't up to par. I'm not gonna be negative. I'm gonna keep it as real as I possibly can. So if you can watch his 2 rounds, you now, as a sound man or a fan, whatever, say to yourself, so what? You Bullett Movements, Wolverhampton. What would it be like if you run up in a Willpower, or you run up in a Natural Affair, or you run up in a King Tubbies, or you run up in a Immortal, or you run up in Love Injection, or you run up in a V Rocket? What's gonna happen? Bullett has the songs, but clearly he's not worked the box. The box that he has built for this amount of time doesn't work. And it just shows you can have all the dub plates in the world, If you don't work that box, and I'm going to keep it super positive, and I know how Bullett works, pay him, it will clash. But at the same time, you can't sit back on a bag of songs and not seeing what's going on out there. Then when it is your time, your man's going to Bermuda. We're expecting 10 out of 10. 9.5 out of 10 at least. And I can go on and on. There's so many different things where right now, you see what you're seeing with TV sound system, we're going to start to react. We're going to start to react and look at videos and break them down as a selector, as a DJ, and what it's like when you're on stage. Because there were so many things where I says, whoa, other men are not ready, And there was a time where you could clearly see Bullett was not ready. Remember, like, comment, share, subscribe, like, comment, share, subscribe, like, comment, share, subscribe. More videos are coming your way very, very soon. So please, I super appreciate if you can like, comment, share, subscribe. I'm in a certain area right now, but we have the whole podcast area getting ready right now. And without your like, comments, and shares and subscribes, it's going to be super hard for me to keep that work going because I'm not rich. You know what I mean? So the likes, the comments, the shares, the subscribe, the little ting and ting I can get out of it, I can help push the culture. So this is what I'm here for. So then you say, so why is he not ready? We're going to have another conversation, and that conversation is selecting music via the hardware that you're using, whether it's dub plate, laptop, CD. We're starting to see certain things happen, and I'm coming from dub plate, vinyl, CD, right up to laptop. And I really strongly believe that the laptop is probably the worst hardware to use if you're going to go into a sound clash, especially if you're going to be on your ones. You can have your selector shoot, boom, 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 cue. But if you're going to do that by yourself, it's going to be super harder. It's going to be mad hard for you to just do that. The only way you can do that is by standing behind the laptop by yourself. When you have your CDs and you have certain things kind of queued. Again, I'm gonna go back and forth on this one, because it's still about Bullett Movements, and he has literally, again, I'm not throwing no shade on this brother, but this is the one dance from somebody from the UK, somebody from Wolverhampton, where I can actually break it down and say, hey, this is why you can win a clash or you can lose a clash. He was playing songs and mixing. He was mixing the rhythm where in a laptop, new technology, it's shoot, 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 shoot. He couldn't shoot, 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 shoot. He was missing. You could clearly see there was times where he couldn't even find the next song because, like I said, what he did or what he had planned went out the window. So he's to the point where if you watch it back, he's playing songs, then he's trying to find the next song, and he's talking and he's just pressing sound effects, trying to find the next song. Another sound, shoot, 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 shoot. Did we have no time for that? And again, it goes back to, well, what was Rob doing? I know I'm making sense. I'm going to put up a picture right now. And while this picture is on your screen, I want you to understand the levels of how serious I took my thing. I have my thing absolutely planned out. There's no plan B. It's going to go this way because I got a certain amount of songs and that's what I'm going to play. I'm never going to worry about the next sound man, what the next sound man is doing and what they've cut and what makes sense and how can I counteract them. I have my dubs and my dubs will hopefully win the dance. A 9.5 out of 10, I won the dance. Bullett Movements, big up yourself each and every time. I know a lot of people them are calling my phone and saying, yo, you tell. I told everybody, I had Bullett Movements in my top 5 best clash sounds for 2025. I don't think people understand the reason why I did that and why I put him in there, because a lot of people them says, why you put him in there? Remember, sound system culture and sound clash culture is not just about clashing. Talk Up Wednesdays, dub connections, the links that Bullett has, the things that he's doing for the community is still part of this thing. So I'm always going to say, you know what? He's going to be a part of that because he's doing way more than this. But at the same time, when you're doing so much, then you're going to say, yo, Bermuda, brethren, you need to come. You need to just take. We expected way more and you didn't do the job. I've spoke to Bullett. Bullett's been on social media and gave a big breakdown why it didn't work for him. I've spoke to him and he says, I made mistakes and it just went wrong. I don't like to use the term where a lot of sound systems them use, say, you know what, when you lose a clash, it's like, oh, it's just another bad day in the office. No, it's not. It's really serious. You've got to go for the win. You've got to go for the accolades. If you're the guy, you got the dubs, you're doing all these things. When you rep. But if you lose, you gotta hold your hands up. And Bullett held his hands up. So I'm gonna say respect for that. And again, I'm also gonna say I can't take anything away from somebody that I think has done a little bit more than me. Bullett's done a lot, So I'm never gonna be on my platforms and just absolutely disrespect him because he went to Bermuda. But I ain't been to Bermuda. You've been to Bermuda. You, Soundman, you've been to Bermuda. You've been on those kind of platforms. Bullett has took his time out. He put himself in a position. He's made his point. He's buying the dubs. He's telling you your price. And that's all good. But Bullett, if you're going to ask for all those things, you can't go to Bermuda with that kind of performance. Because when you come back to the UK, what are they going to say? You may kick out first round and all these things. And I think that is it. It's a wrap. What more do you want to say? Shout out reaching out to the promoter in Bermuda. Shout out reaching out to all the other sounds who represented. I super love the fact that you represent sound system culture. I understand all that stuff. My thing is UK. I'm UK. I've been UK for the past 12, 13 years doing TV sound system. And then prior to that, when I was battering a lot of sounds inside the UK, it's just facts right now. Right now, I'm just on a different thing where I'm going to say, you know what? If you're a sound system fan, cool. I know that you love the fan side of things. If you're a sound man, you should take it serious. I'm looking at it on both sides. When money's spending, reputation is on the line, keeping the culture alive, take this thing serious. Don't take it some joke thing. Don't just every now and then, yeah, it's another bad day in the office and it's cool. No, it's never cool. Be the best you possibly can be, because this thing ain't a game. Bullett Movement went and represented. Okay, it wasn't just not good. It was not good. But are we gonna just crucify him for one little dance that he did? Not even a little dance, you know. Bermuda, man flew out, brethren, and he came and represented. But it wasn't good enough. So you have to take accountability for your losses as much as we big you up for your wins. And that goes with every other sound system out there inside, especially the UK, because you know what it is. It's TV sound system, it's selector hype. And in the era that I was in, I was beating a lot of sound systems. So I understand the time, the money, the effort, that everything goes into it. I don't have anything else more to say about it. Maybe in the future, you're going to see more and more videos of me breaking down certain events, certain soundmen who I clash with. So when I do these videos, if you notice, a lot of these soundmen, them, you know, I played with, you know, don't act like I didn't play with these sounds or I don't know nothing. Drop the meme.
Yo, tell Selector Hyde to come off the line. Tell him to come off the line. Talking fuckery.
That meme there is starting to become a waste of time, because when it comes to facts and receipts, I have them all. So on that note, I gotta go. I'm out. One. Peace.